The Israeli parliament has failed to renew the contentious Palestinian Family Reunification law. It was the first major test, in fact, for Prime Minister Naftali Bennett's ideologically diverse government. The lawmakers voted 59 to 59 after an all-night session of the Israeli parliament. This means that the law is set to expire at midnight Tuesday. This also means a major setback for Bennett's coalition government. He had hoped to find a compromise but suffered a defeat. The law was originally passed in 2003 as a temporary measure after Israel says a series of suicide bombings and terror attacks involving Palestinians who had gained access to Israel following their marriage to an Israeli spouse. And as a result, the temporary law denies citizenship to Palestinian males under 35 and females under 25 who marry Israelis. The law has been renewed annually since it was enacted. It appeared to have the support of a majority of right-wing parliamentarians who dominate the parliament. Bennett had proposed a compromise with Arab and left-wing members of the coalition. They had agreed to help extend the law by 6 months, but the measure was defeated, partly because 2 Arab members of the coalition abstained and also because a member of Bennett's own party voted with the opposition. The vote has exposed ideological divisions and the fragility of the new government as well. Now, before the vote, Bennett criticized the opposition for what he described as childish games. The leader had called upon the opposition to join him in renewing the law. Former Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu warned that he would not provide the required votes, his words being viewed as an attempt to embarrass the government.
אנחנו רואים פה אין ספור משחקים ילדותיים וניסיונות של האופוזיציה להתיש אותנו באלף תרגילים וקונצים, שזה בסדר, זאת דמוקרטיה ואנחנו יודעים לעשות גם וגם. אבל יש נקודות שבהן בכל זאת, גם באופוזיציה, צריך לגלות אחריות לאומית. אני אומר לחבריי באופוזיציה, יש דברים שלא משחקים איתם. ביטחון המדינה הוא קו אדום, והמדינה צריכה שליטה על מי נכנס אליה ומי מתאזרח בה.
בנט ולפיד, אתם הממשלה. האחריות שלכם. הכל תלוי בכם. אתם לא יכולים להקים ממשלה שמבוססת על כוחות אנטי-ציוניים, ולבוא אלינו ולהגיד, תצילו אותנו מהשבר ומהכשל הזה. אתם צריכים להציל, ויש לכם דרך. תעבירו איתנו את חוק יסוד ההגירה. זה הפתרון. אין בלתו.
Many left-wing and Arab lawmakers criticize the law. They say that it is a discriminatory measure that aims to restrict the growth of the country's Arab minority. Supporters say the law is needed for security purposes and to preserve the nation's Jewish character. Our correspondent Jody Cohen getting us this report. Take a look.
After an all-night debate in the Knesset, Israel's parliament, the new government on Tuesday morning failed to renew the Family Reunification law, the controversial legislation that has underlined ideological differences within Israel's new coalition government. The vote ended in a tie, 59 for and 59 against, after a rebel Knesset member of Prime Minister Naftali Bennett's Yamina party voted with the opposition. This followed a compromise agreement that had been reached by Prime Minister Bennett and his coalition partners, the Islamist Ram Party and the left-wing Meretz and Labour parties, to extend the legislation by 6 months instead of a year, which would have allowed more time for further solutions to have been found. The deadline for re-extending the legislation is midnight on Tuesday. This is Jody Cohen from Jerusalem for WION World is One.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.